Okay guys, I'm going to show you how I unboxed all of this, and particularly this camera, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, so stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome. So I'm going to do an unboxing of my Polaroid order that I just got by Polaroid Originals. If you haven't really ever heard of this company, you really should check them out if you love instant photography. They have brought it back and I absolutely love it. I'm a kid that grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, and I remember instant photography very well, and it's such a nostalgia for me. I order directly from their website, which is a great website. They even have discounts, especially if you sign up for like their newsletter, and they also give you a link, which I'll put in my description, that if you shop that link, you get royalty points for everybody that shops on that link, and plus they get, I think, 10% off too, just by clicking on that link, 10% off. And a lot of their products, you know, after spending, I think, $50 or it might be less than that, qualifies for free, 2-day shipping, which this was by priority mail, which I love, and it went very quickly. I was very much impressed. I think you got to order by 1 o'clock Eastern time, and it'll ship out the same day. So let's start unboxing. The company is really cool because they actually, when Polaroid announced, I think in 2008, that they were closing or going to stop instant film manufacturing, this company started a campaign to buy those factories, and so they can bring it back. And I also bought some extras too besides the camera because it was such a good deal. And I think by signing up their newsletter, I think I got like 20% off coupon or something like that. So it was a really good savings. I think I saved like $40 off this order. Okay, so take this out. So here is the vintage 600 film, Polaroid 600 film, which is what the most vintage cameras today take. There are a few other ones which they do make those. They make SX70 film, Spectra film, and I think the big 8x10 instant films for the big format cameras from Polaroid. So it's pretty cool. And then the I-type film, which we'll get into what these all mean, the difference between the films, but this is the I-type for this camera. And this was a kit. So I got the camera and these 3 packs of film as a little bundle. The camera itself, pretty cool packaging. And this camera is pretty cool because it has Bluetooth and some other features on it. I also couldn't help myself, the nerdier side of me. I love the old vintage pens. So here's the OneStep 2, which is the very first camera they came out with last year, the newer generation. The Spectra camera. The new OneStep Plus, which is the model I have right now. And these are really heavy pens. Nice quality. I think they're real enamel too, so it appears to be. They also have the 600 vintage type cameras. And then the SX70 camera pen. And then they got these little collection cards I think they send with every order, which is just telling you thank you for your order. But it's pretty cool. It just gives you a little information about each type of camera, I think. So this is the Spectra 1986. This is when that came out, I believe. I think that's what that means. And so it's nice little collection cards. Then the last thing I had to buy is they had their canvas bags, and they were marked down to $11.99. Very heavy quality canvas, and both sides are printed on. You can see. So I really like it. It's a large size too. So what we'll go over right now is unboxing the camera and getting everything about that. Real quick on the films though. So the difference is the 600 film is only for the vintage cameras. Well, no, I'm sorry, take it back. Not only for the vintage. These can be used in the newer cameras too, the I-type cameras they call them. The difference is between those and the I-type film, is the older film has the battery in it because the old cameras didn't have batteries in them. It's inside the film. So these are a few dollars more. So you can save a little money by going with the I-type if you only have an I-type camera, which is what this is. Because there's no battery in the pack. It's still the exact same film, it's just there's no battery in it. So I got 2 colors, and a black and white is what come with the kit buying the camera. Then I got, these are the special editions, I believe, for the holidays. So you get, this was a pack too, a bundle. You get 3. You got 1 gold, and then 2 of the red. And it's a red foil around the image, which is pretty cool. So I think I'll use those for Christmas this year when I have a holiday. So let's unbox the camera itself. The packaging is really neat, seems nice. Everything fits very nice inside of there. Pull it out here. A little quick start guide, which seems very well put together, very simple to follow and easy to read. Just gives you some pointers on photography, and also gives you all the indicator lights, what they mean, and what all the buttons mean. And then the camera itself. Oops. Come on, the back, wrapping there pretty easily. You also have in the box here is your full-size manual. Pretty cool. They give you a little sticker. The manual has different languages, of course, but it gives you a little more in depth than the quick start guide here. Your charging cable, which we'll go over that here in a second, and your strap, which I like having with the camera because you never know, you might drop it accidentally. So the charging cable is a micro USB, and it's pretty long too, and quite sturdy. It's a pretty thick cable, so that's good, nice quality. And of course your standard strap here, nothing special about that. Just your standard strap. Now the overviews of the camera here real quick. So it's really cool. It looks like the I think it was late 70s, early 80s, they came out with this type of style camera. So it holds true to that, which is really nice. So around the sides here is your power switch, which is nice. Here's your charging port, your little indicator light right there. Right here is your flash override. So if you want to turn your flash off as you're taking a picture, you just pinch them both together, which is kind of a nice location. You hold it down and you take your picture. On the top here is how you switch the lenses. So here is like a selfie mode or up close, I think 2 to 4 feet. And then here's your infinity lens for long distance. And how you, pretty cool too, the lenses are built inside. You watch the lens there. That's how you switch them. On the front is your Bluetooth connection. Oh, also too, I forgot about these. These are your LED indicator lights that shows you how many frames of film you have left inside your pack, which should be 8 as a new one, and then it counts down slowly. Over here is your your exposure compensator. So the plus size, well, of course, will make it brighter. The negative side will make it darker. Those are usually used for if you're inside, you might want to use a little lighter exposure. If you're outside on a really sunny day, you might use a little darker exposure. Because these cameras, since they're all analog, they totally rely on, to make a really good crisp image, they rely on a lot of light to expose that film. To open your film door, you just slide this little button there, see? And then pull down at the same time. That's how you open that. Right here is your indicator. It tells you, or your little sticker, it reminds you what kind of film. Now what's cool about these cameras, since they have a built-in battery already, like I said, you can use the I-type. I-type is what they recommend because it's cheaper, because they don't have a battery inside of it. But they also can still, you see the blue right there, it will still also use the 600 film. So if that's all your local store might carry is the 600 film, you can still use 600 in this. It's just you're not using that battery. Also too, here's your rollers, and you want to make sure they stay clean. If they get any kind of chemical, from the image, sometimes it can, squeeze out a little bit. You just want to make sure they're clean. Just use water to wipe them off. That's all you got to do. And you just make sure that, because you want to make sure this is as smooth as possible so it spreads the chemical across the film as it passes through the rollers. They give you a really good, development. I really like the addition of the viewfinder that they added this year. The first year generation didn't have Bluetooth and many other features, but it also didn't have this. I don't know why they didn't do that. It was just a hole that you look through. Still worked, but it was very awkward. It's just really nice having this viewfinder extension on here. It's like the old vintage ones. And on the very bottom, you have your standard tripod mount, which is kind of nice too to have. With the Bluetooth capabilities, you can do several things with your phone. You can also do double exposure. You can do noise trigger, which means a certain amount of noise level. You set it out, it'll trigger the camera. Or you also can just do remote trigger, which is nice if you're trying to do a group of people and you want to be in the group. You can use your phone to trigger it through Bluetooth. I think Bluetooth is 20 to 30 feet is how far away you can be. But it's a really solid camera. Nice weight to it. Does not feel cheap, even though it is all plastic. The lens is also acrylic plastic. But a lot of the older, even vintage cameras were acrylic lenses too, except for the SX70. I think that was a glass lens, and they're still fine to the day. I mean, I know some people feel weird about plastic lenses, but I think it's fine. But I'm going to take some test shots and I'll do some reviews on how I like it and everything and some features of it in a later video. Be looking for it. But this is what you'll get when you get the camera. And then, like I said, I got some extras here too, as you can see. But I really like this company. Please check them out. Like I said, I'll have a link in my description. If you use my link, I believe it gets you 10% off, and it also helps me out by getting some points. But great company. I love supporting them. I'm so glad they're trying to bring back this technology, because it is a lot of fun, and it's really fun to see the next generation that never grew up with it now finding out that it's like a really cool thing, even though it's been, it's a very old technology, but it really takes good pictures still. So, and I just love the instant gratification of having a physical, film and watch, and nothing beats the magic of watching an instant piece of film being developed in front of you. It's really cool. So they do have like a little frog tongue on these that's supposed to shield the picture from sunlight. When you first take a photo, it has like a blue film over it. That's the protective layer. It's trying to keep it while it's trying to develop, so don't get overexposed. And this extra black like tongue helps keep that from happening. So as soon as you take one, you either can leave it underneath that black tongue for like a good 2 or 3 minutes, or just hurry up and take it out and then shield it like in your pocket or against something that's out of the sun, because you don't want that to happen either. Because instant film is very, very sensitive. It's light sensitive. So that's something else you got to keep in mind. So it is a little more of a challenge than just your digital cell phone, digital cameras, but that's what's fun about it. It's a lot of fun to do that. So, well, thank you guys for watching, and also too, just please don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have some links in there, and also too, if you like this, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try to keep bringing some videos, unboxing videos, or whatever kind of videos I can, my tips and how-tos on many different items. So keep in touch. So thank you guys again. Have a good day. Bye.